It took you quite a bit to get him out of there, Splodge.
Well, it was hard to get the chains on him. Well, boss, it's about time you got your life back.
Welcome back, Father.
Thanks for letting us come stay at Ulstead Castle, Stephen, while the turntable at 10’s Sheds is being repaired.
Oh, it's no problem at all, Thomas. I knew that you guys needed a place to stay, so Ulstead Castle was my choice.
We're glad nothing chaotic has been happening here on the railway recently.
And be glad that Diesel 10 isn't here to bother us.
What do you mean, Gordon? He hasn't been here for over a decade.
Actually, he's been here pretty recently.
Oh, that's right.
You were gone during his return, because you were sent to the works to be mended at that time.
Oh yes, I remember now. Will you tell me the whole story about it?
Okay, so this is how it started. It was 12 a.m. at midnight. Splatter and Dodge went over to the rail prison to break Diesel 10 loose, and once they had broken him loose, Gabriel had a nightmare about him breaking into his house and jump-scaring the living crap out of him. Then he started to capture some of us engines. Then after Gabriel and Diesel 10 had a big battle between each other, Diesel 10 was sentenced to death by coral reef injection by a mad scientist, and then it ended with me, Lady, and Gabriel celebrating Christmas Eve on a dinner night out together.
Not to mention, I was one of those engines that got kidnapped too.
So was I. I was traumatized after what we have been through.
Oh my goodness. That was a very tragical event. I'm sorry that happened to you guys and that you've had to go through all of it.
Do you know Phoenix?
You mean the engine who is the queen of King Daniel Land that keeps the island of Sodor in existence?
Yes, that's her.
I have told her that if you guys ever need to be protected if Diesel 10 comes back, I'll ask her to make a connection between Ulstead Castle and to King Daniel Land.
Wow, Stephen. Who knew you would come up with such a great idea?
Oh, you would be very surprised, James.
Oh, it looks like it's time for you guys to head to your jobs. I'll see you guys around.
See you around, Stephen.
Goodbye, old chaps.
And so the rest of the time on the Northwestern Railway ran perfectly. The cars and coaches behaved well, the trains weren't late, and 16 Roderick, Spamcan, Alfred, Croven, and Sid remained well behaved. Until one evening at the end of the day, Stephen had finished his day's work. Before returning to Ulstead Castle, he found a siding to rest in. Diesel 10 had been on his mind all day long.
I'm glad he's gone again. I hope he doesn't come back soon.
But then who should come around the corner? None other than Diesel 10. He was followed by Splatter, Dodge, Stretch, and Spin. Stephen was surprised.
I hope he didn't see me.
But surprisingly, he didn't. Diesel 10, Splatter, Dodge, and Stretch and Spin were finding some sheds to stay in. That was until they met 16. He offered them that they could stay at the steel works with him. 16 admitted that he wasn't as friendly with the steam engines, especially with Wilbur and how he hated being told what to do by him, and soon they were all acquainted. Meanwhile, Stephen scurried over to Ulstead Castle and he told Thomas, Percy, James, Gordon, Molly, Emily, Stanley, and Rosie about Diesel 10 spawning in return. Thomas admittedly told Stephen that it was best if him and his friends stayed at Ulstead Castle on lockdown, and his driver texted me to tell the other engines to create a diversion between the bad guys.
You two both better get out of the way.
No, Diesel. We will not let you damage the railway.
I'm not asking again. Move! Now!
No, we're not.
Fine. Be that way. two thought you could really take on me? Do you two realize how unstoppable I am? I never let anything stand in my way. Now excuse me, you two. I have some unfinished business.
I sure do hope the steamers make it out alive, Ben. We need to have our drivers call for the breakdown train so we can get back on the tracks.
Diesel 10 and his evil army soon arrived at 10’s sheds, but when Diesel 10 tried to get onto the turntable to enter one of the sheds, he didn't know that the turntable was broken, but when he reached the end, he realized he could go wheels turn no more. Diesel 10 checked the repair sheds, but nobody was there. They then checked the sheds at Knapford, but there was no one there. They checked the sheds at the Bluebell Railway. No one was there. They even checked Hero's hiding place to see if there was any engine hiding in there. But there was no answer. Ryan and Charlie had been hiding in the sheds over by the Duke and Duchess of Boxford's summer house. They had been so quiet that Diesel 10 hadn't even noticed them. Their drivers had recorded the entire thing and were going to show the footage to me later. Diesel 10 and his army even searched the wharf. They looked through every shed and every siding, but no one was there. Diesel 10 decided to go check in the canal to see if there was anybody there. Diesel 10 had fallen straight into the canal. Boko and Daisy happened to be nearby, and me and Bodge were in their cabs and we had recorded the entire thing. Then we hurried over to Ulfstead Castle to tell Thomas and the others, and Stephen. If the diesels are stuck, we won't be bothered by them for several days. That means we can use the time to set up the connection between Ulfstead Castle and King Daniel Land. Gabriel, Bodge, come with me. Yes, Stephen. You got it, Stephen.
Meanwhile, Sid was trying to pull Diesel 10 out of the canal, but he kept running out of water and the water tanker that was on the other track was used a lot to refill his tank. 3 hours later, of an empty water tanker later, Sid finally managed to pull Diesel 10 out of the canal, but the chain snapped and he flung backwards and he screeched to a stop. Soon the ropes and chains were untied from Diesel 10, but as he tried to start up, there was a spluttering sound.
What's happening?
The canal water has clogged my engine. Now I'm stuck.
Whatever are we supposed to do now?
I'll tell you when we get back to the steelworks.
Gabriel, you okay, buddy?
I'm okay, Thomas. Just a bad dream I had.